Welcome to Full Court Press. And we don't always get patriotic, but when we do, it's when the Olympics come around. That's right, yes sir.
Come on.
USA all the way, baby. Let's get it started. Alright, Charlie, it's been a while, but the Olympics are right around the corner. Team USA just played one hell of a game against South Sudan. That was a nail biter.
Dude.
That was a nail biter.
Carlik Jones, shout out, dude. Bulls G League legend.
A legend right there. He had a triple-double too, which is insane. Hopefully he gets picked up, but gotta keep it on topic today. All day USA, baby. Let's get it. Team USA, we're going for gold, right?
It's according to Embiid, it's not a lock. But if it's not a lock, why are we going out there, dude? We brought the Avengers together, so
Yeah.
I mean it's gold or bust for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna touch on Embiid later on in this video.
Pause. That's crazy.
God.
Dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, big pause on that one.
Ah,
But yeah, we did bring the Avengers out for this one. We got Steph and LeBron teaming up for the first time since, well, outside of an All-Star game.
Yeah.
So we kind of need to go for gold. I don't really see too many teams that could really put up a fight against us.
I mean, if South Sudan's doing that,
I don't know.
yeah,
it
I
would
mean,
look
you could see a lot of teams doing that. I
mean,
guess. Dude.
we
I don't know.
handled Serbia somewhat decently.
Yeah.
Big yoke. But
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of teams I could name that should be a stronger competition for us than South Sudan, but
yeah.
it's an exhibition game. What are we tripping for at the end of the
Exactly.
day? Like, come on.
All right, but let's get right into it. The roster. We got a lot of course, stars on this team. Some guys I think should have made it over, some others, but we're not the ones that determine that. But let's talk about the strengths and the weaknesses of Team USA. Strengths, I think, is going to be veteran leadership. LeBron James is on the team. Steph Curry's on the team. We have guys who have won Olympic gold before. Kevin Durant's a big one in that. Some strengths for our team. I think defense is going to be our biggest strength. I mean, you got Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo. When they're both on the court, it's locked down. No one's getting in the paint.
Yeah, and then you bring on two of the best wing defenders in White and Holiday, so
Yeah.
they got some serious defense on that team.
For sure. And with the FIBA rules, there's no defense of 3 seconds, so they can just stay down there if they want. I think the hardest issue is if we go up against France and you got Wemby and Gobert just camping in the paint. That'll be
Especially
rough.
because after the ball hits the rim, you can just freaking smack it off the rim in FIBA rules.
Yeah, you
That's
can.
insane. Wemby could just boop, poke that thing off, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Definitely take a bit of adjustment from our guys. Another strength, in my opinion, I don't want to say is our post game because we do have some good post players, but I'd like to say that our shooting should be one of our strengths. Even though, I mean, it's a shorter 3-point line, so I think that should help.
Yeah,
but in
definitely.
theory, sometimes it can mess up your shot because you're not used to shooting from that close.
DeMar DeRozan would have been the best 3-point shooter, dude.
He definitely would
That
have
boy
been.
foot on the line. Now he's got all that extra space, dude.
Oh yeah, but we got Steph. Steph looks like it's just so much easier from just what is it, a foot?
Yeah,
A foot inward? Oh my gosh.
That's easy work for Steph.
And then Anthony Edwards is a dog. He'll hit some big threes, but I just love the energy of this team. Some real dogs on this squad. Some puppies too that I think could be some weaknesses, but
I was gonna say, like, if we're moving to weaknesses, I just feel like chemistry at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's really tight chemistry between like KD, LeBron, Steph, AD, like, and then there's the young guys, and then there's Embiid. For like
Yeah.
one, I feel like a lot of the older guys, obviously everybody loves Ant, but the things he be saying, he's sometimes like, yeah, no, I'm the dog on this team. Like, I'm sure LeBron doesn't believe that.
yeah,
I don't believe it, but and then you got Embiid, dude. That's just going out and saying we're all old. LeBron's old as hell. He's not who he was. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? And then he says what he said. If injuries didn't derail his career,
He
he
could
would
be
be
the
the
GOAT.
goat. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
yeah. That's an interesting guy.
Dude's just lowering teammate chemistry with every presser he does, dude. It's
Troel
insane.
Embiid. Maybe this is a grand plan for him in
he's-
France.
Yeah, he's just he's freaking blown up
To-
Team USA from
to
the
tank
inside.
Team
dude.
USA,
That's
yeah.
wild.
That'd be insane.
Nah, I believe that after you just said it.
I
didn't
could
think
see
about
it. I could see it. Gobert gave him the plan. They fucking conjured it up.
That's
with
wild.
Wemby.
Yeah, like you why like this is why? Why would you say these things about your own team, dude?
Yeah,
That
and it
we're
was
all
shocking that
old.
he joined them too
Yeah, like
when it
what?
first happened.
You obviously were just going for the you can't win in the freaking league, so you joined the super teams to get a gold medal, and now you're saying you can't do it. It's like that's
Yeah,
just the worst winners mentality I've ever seen.
literally. There's a reason he's never been to a conference finals. So we'll just put that out there. But I think one of our biggest weaknesses, since you did bring it up, is Joel Embiid. Sure, his numbers look good, but
He's not adjusting to FIBA rules well,
at
dude.
all,
Yeah.
it's
Bro is foul baiting, and it's just
yeah,
funny, dude. It's honestly funny to watch, but
it's really ugly. Just seeing him still flopping and all that, and uh, I think I saw one play where he missed like a layup, but he ended up putting it right back in just because he was right at the rim. But
and then would he fall out in 12 minutes of game
yeah,
time, dude? Like, goodness, man.
like
Lucky it's exhibition games.
we might be onto something with the whole infiltrating from the inside.
Yeah, like it seems really legit.
Yeah, just his demeanor and his energy just doesn't seem like he really wants to be there or help us win. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, you're one of the best players in the world, so we'll take you. But
I know, like, he wasn't even healthy in the playoffs, so what's to say he's healthy now? And like that's the
exactly,
reason
yeah.
you pull Kawhi out, and Kawhi, I don't know that he would have put forth. I'm sure he would have put forth his max effort if he was playing, but the Clippers were smart to pull him out because he will never be healthy for the rest of his career probably.
Yeah,
But and then you go and look at like guys like Luca though, that he was injured the whole playoffs and he's just going out and putting up triple doubles still for Slovenia.
even though
So
they didn't even qualify, I think they got eliminated.
but he was still doing his thing.
Yeah,
He's on a tough team.
yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. Continued weaknesses though, besides Embiid as a person, I just think just other personalities on the team that if we don't have that dog in you, then it's gonna be tough to watch them play and be like, oh yeah, I believe that this guy's gonna help the USA win. I can name a few people. I think Devin Booker and Jason Tatum are two big ones where I just don't see that them having that dog in them to want to go out and really perform for the USA. Just their play style, like Devin Booker is kind of like a mid-range, one-on-one type of player, and he just doesn't seem to really get after it. I don't know. I would much rather have Anthony Edwards in the starting lineup rather than Devin Booker, for instance. So just having him out on the floor seems like he'll give much more effort than Devin Booker would, in my opinion.
He's just I mean, he's a better player and he's a better two-way player. And yeah,
Yeah.
I agree about Devin Booker. Jason Tatum, a little less. I see why you say that. Just like you look at him, who he is, but I feel like he has a lot. He carries himself with pride.
Yeah.
It's cringy, but he
It
carries
is
himself
cringy.
with a lot of pride. I feel like and especially since this was so important to Kobe, I
Yeah.
feel like he's taking this very seriously. But he's still, I wouldn't say he has as much dog as a lot of the other guys on the team. But
Yeah, I agree. Tatum does take it seriously, but he just doesn't have that killer in him.
yeah,
It's kind of
he ain't got the mama mentality just yet.
yeah. And even when he does try and like go out there and do some crazy things, his shooting percentage isn't always the greatest. And unless he's just driving, which is going to be harder with FIBA rules, I don't really see him turning it on as much.
He's looked pretty solid. So, like out of the highlights and stuff I've seen, he's been attacking a lot. But
As long as he does the little things, gets his like 10 or so points, that's all we really need. Um, but we need dogs out there for sure. We need guys that'll go after it every play. That's why I love the fact that we have Drew Holiday, Derek White, Anthony Edwards. Of course, LeBron's going to try hard. He's trying to win his possibly final gold medal with arguably the best team since the 2008 Redeem team. So the fact that he's out there with Steph and Katie, of course, they're going to try very hard as well. It could also be their last Olympics. We just need those dogs out there. I think Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, Anthony Edwards, they're great. I haven't seen much of Tyrese Halliburton, but he can definitely get the offense flowing with his passing ability.
he has a good role on the team.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
need to do much, just get others involved. And I mean, he already does with Pacers with like exquisitely lesser players, but it is what it is. But I think having the dogs out there playing with heart is going to be the biggest thing because that's how you see these other teams perform. Their guys, they might not play as well in the NBA, but they put on that country jersey and they turn into a different animal.
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
We definitely need some guys like that. It's insane. Just even like seeing what the guys for South Sudan had to say after the game, they're like, we didn't win, man, but just like raising awareness for our country and all that stuff, it's like inspiring, bro.
Literally, I think Wendy and Gabriel was like, we don't even have indoor gyms.
Yeah.
We just hoop outside, but this brings a lot of attention to our team and our country, and it
Yeah, it's
could help develop the
really
country
cool to
forward.
see guys care that much about it. It makes just watching everybody more exciting.
Exactly, and then you could hear players you never heard of before. Like if you never heard of Carly Jones, now you know him.
Yep.
Triple double against Team USA. Moving on. So, oh wait, before we move on, I actually do have one more weakness. I do think Steve Kerr is a weakness, in terms of coaching. If Spo ran it, I think it would be a strength. But because Steve Kerr is the head coach, his decisions aren't always the greatest. I think we saw that with FIBA, when what do we get, third or fourth? I forgot what it was exactly, but we
We
didn't
got third last year.
we didn't do very well.
Yeah.
So I think him being the head coach isn't the greatest. But it is what it is. I think if Spo was running the show or if Pop was still running the show, that things would look a lot better. But just want to throw that out there before we move on.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
All right, and then moving forward, let's talk about some teams that pose a threat to the USA. Who can give us a run for our money? Because we are going for, I think it's our fourth gold in a row at the Olympics. And this is what do they call this team? The Supreme Team or something?
I have not heard a nickname for this team yet. I don't know.
Well, the Avengers were assembled, regardless. We need to get the gold, but there are teams in our way that want to stop us. Let's name some of these top teams, Charlie.
I said it for FIBA last year, and I'll bring them right back. Canada is definitely my favorite for to give USA a run for their money. They're definitely like the deepest other country team. I guess their bigs don't match up with ours, and that'll probably be the reason we still beat them. But I mean, they got a lot of NBA talent on their roster, and then SGA, he's him, dude. Dylan Brooks is just being a menace walking through interviews, and they got something cooking over there. And then France is the next big one. Wemby and Rudy. I feel like we honestly won't have too hard of a time. Like it'll be tough. We have the shooting we can just shoot and we should be fine.
Yep.
And they haven't really been playing all that well either together. France is a unit. I just got to update that they're in like a 2-point game with Australia right now. So, and Australia is the other team I was going to bring up.
Yeah,
They're always a little threat. You got Patty Mills who just comes out of nowhere, and
FIBA legend.
Yeah, dude, his name was in. I don't know what he did, but his name was in the update. And then you got newest bull Josh Giddey just putting up actually pretty insane numbers, leading them right now. So
He's been going crazy.
yeah, he's playing and he's playing. He's what they thought Ben Simmons would be for Australia, pretty much.
I don't think I've ever seen Ben Simmons in an Australia jersey.
He's never played for them, but he's Australian. He said he's gonna every year, and he never does, dude.
Fraud.
Yeah, but yeah. So those three teams are definitely my three that I think are the biggest threats.
I would agree with most of those teams. I would also throw in Serbia, just because.
Always a threat. They won the FIBA, right?
No, Germany.
Germany.
Won.
Okay.
Germany was going to be another team I brought up. I think Germany. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing, but I always think that they have a chance of beating a team in one game. That's all it takes. It's not a 7-game series. You could just win one game and move on. They could definitely pull off a shocker, a surpriser if they're on. Dennis Schroeder's another FIBA legend.
Yeah.
You got the Wagner brothers out there too. And with Serbia, I mean, you got Jokic. People
And
say
Bogdan, dude. Isn't Bogdan there too?
and Bogdan's over there. People say with Jokic that this is the most animated they've seen him is when he plays for Serbia. But I mean, it's a scary sight to say the least. But I think he always cares. But he cares a little bit more when it does come to Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
And they have just like 5 or 7 Nicolas, out there on the floor at all times.
Playmaking is at all-time high.
Yeah, and they're always a threat, especially now with Big Yoke out there. And then a sleeper would definitely be Greece, just because they got Giannis. I mean, you can never just count them out. Be like, oh no, we're not worried about that. But the times have changed. Spain's not a superpower anymore.
Yeah.
Italy's not as good as they once were, but you still got some teams that are still out there.
And it kind of works out for us because we're in the pool with. I don't even think Canada's in our pool. Canada, Greece, and Australia or something. Like 3 of the biggest teams are all in the same pool. So it's like we're only gonna have to worry about one of them.
Yeah.
I forget they're calling it the pool of death. I just can't remember who was in it. But 3 of the biggest teams. It's that all we had to worry about was one other team, and it should have been a cakewalk. So when this starts going, it's gonna be super exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. we can get into our predictions now. I think it'll be pretty simple, but we'll go gold through bronze just to make it a bit more interesting. Let's get into our predictions. This is what you're here for. We're deciding who's gonna end up getting the gold, silver, and bronze, and we're gonna pick teams coming out of each group. Let's start off with Group A, the group of death. We got Spain, we got Canada, we got Greece and Australia, all in one group, baby. All right, Charlie, who's coming out of that group?
I gotta take Canada. I do like Australia's team. Greece has got Giannis, but like I said, Canada's just the deepest team. They took second last year or maybe third. They beat us for whatever. We finished third, I think, so maybe they finished second. But they beat us. Obviously, it wasn't our A team, but they got a lot of NBA talent. I'm taking them over Australia and Greece and Spain.
I think two come out, so you got one more.
Oh, I got one more.
One more, baby.
That's gonna be. Yeah, I'm going with Australia.
All right.
Giannis is. I love Giannis. He's dominant as hell, but I don't think they've really been playing that well. And Australia's just got insane chemistry, and they all turn up. So I got Canada and Australia.
I'll have to agree with that. We got the Canadians coming out with the Australian Kangaroos. I think that those top two teams will be coming out that group. Spain isn't as good as they once were, back in 2008 when you got the Soul Brothers. And then, of course, Giannis is there, but unless Thanasis turns into a second Giannis, I don't really see
I
them
don't think
coming
he's
out
playing.
of it.
I think he tore his Achilles. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're screwed. All right, moving on to Group B. Who's in Group B, Charlie?
France, Germany, Japan, and Brazil.
I think
it's pretty clear.
it's pretty clear who's coming out of this one.
Yeah, definitely France and Germany. I have not heard a single thing about. Actually, Japan's got
Rui
a couple.
Hachimura,
Rui, and then
Utah
the guy-
Watanabe.
I was gonna say the guy who got absolutely posterized by Ant Edwards. So they got a little bit of NBA talent. They got a super slim chance, but it's definitely between France and Germany. Brazil, I don't know anybody on their team. So
There's probably
it used to
someone
be
that we just.
Felicia.
Oh God,
He honestly is probably playing. I mean,
He
he's
might
only
be.
probably like 33. I don't
he
know.
might be. I don't even want to see his name out there. But
He's
yeah,
probably gonna put up 25, dude.
he might. He might not even play, bro. I don't even want to think about that.
No.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be those two teams you mentioned. Who were they again?
France and Germany.
Yeah, France and Germany. They're gonna clear those
For
other
sure.
guys.
They got a lot of Olympic experience.
Oh yeah. And then moving on to the final group, we got Group C. This is where our home team, the USA, is playing, baby. We got the USA. We got Serbia. Who else we got?
South Sudan
South Sudan.
and Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
I think that's pretty clear. Oh, honestly, I mean, after last game,
South
you
Sudan
really
might
don't
pull
know.
off an
You really
upset.
don't know. I
You
mean,
don't.
Serbia I feel like they're another team that's just come Olympics. They got super good chemistry. Like you said, Jokic loves playing for Serbia, so I would say it's pretty clear USA and Serbia, but after last game, you never know. And then Puerto Rico actually has been, I've seen their clips. They've been playing pretty decent. They obviously made it to the qualifiers, led by Jose Alvarado, so we'll see how far they can go, but I definitely got USA and Serbia.
I'm gonna agree with that. You were saying Serbia, but because there's only three groups and that's six teams, I do believe that it'll be an 8-team bracket. So there might be two third-place teams that move on.
Yeah, quarterfinals is 8 teams.
All right, so let's pick the two remaining teams. Out of the 6 that would have lost, 2 will move on. My picks will be South Sudan and Greece. I think those two teams can make it out of there.
Just to switch things up, so we've agreed on everything so far.
Yeah.
I'll go Greece, and give me Japan, dude.
Japan.
They're gonna.
Okay.
I think they got. They have the guy from. He was in the tournament, Kesei Tominaga. He was he was like Jeremy Lin, dude. I picked them to go far just because of
Okay.
him. The Cornhuskers. They didn't
Oh,
go.
him.
They
No,
didn't
no,
go
no.
far, but I love that guy, and he could probably put up like 30 points in one game if he has to. He's electric.
Okay.
So I got Japan and Greece.
I like it. All right. Now we're getting to the big three. The bronze, the silver, and the gold. Let's start off. Do you want to start off from the bottom or the top? Bronze or gold? Where are we starting?
We'll start at the bottom.
Start at the bottom. All right, bronze, third place. Who do we think is gonna lock in that third place medal?
I'm gonna go with France.
France. Okay.
I think France will. I don't know who they'll be playing. Could be Australia,
Okay.
But I think France is gonna fall in that third spot.
Okay, I like it. I think this is tough, but I'm gonna go with Serbia. I think Serbia gets
Okay.
third place in this one.
That's fair.
Yeah, it all
That's fair.
depends on the matchups.
Yeah,
Those
everything
quarterfinals.
everything's to be decided. Like there's not even seeds or anything. There's just the dates of the games right now. So,
But I'll take a gander and go with Serbia.
okay, okay.
Moving on to silver. This is gonna be, well, just the loser of the gold medal game. So, who's getting second? Who's getting second, Charlie?
I got Canada. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've been saying the whole time they have a chance at gold, the best chance I feel like other than the USA. But at the end of the day, there's if we lose this gold medal, like there's just I don't know, dude. There's so much to be. There's a lot of conversations
Yeah.
to be had.
What would it mean for LeBron's legacy
Yeah,
to lose this gold?
I keep saying that Canada's really good, but they still shouldn't be holding a candle to USA.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna go with them for silver. They could win gold, but they should not win gold.
Silver for me. I'm gonna go with France.
Really?
I think France makes it all the way to the gold medal game, but they lose. I don't know. That's just my theory.
I mean,
Big Wemby guy, so
He is a big Wemby guy.
I think my boy Wemby's gonna pull off some magic in the Olympics.
They definitely got this the next best chance. I just think Canada's a lot deeper, but I mean, when you got two 7-footers,
Yeah, it'll be
it's
tough.
just gonna be
guard.
tough for anybody. Yeah, so it could definitely go swing their way
And I think they played either today or the other day. I saw a highlight
against each other. What do you
of, oh
mean?
yeah, of Wemby hitting a fadeaway on Dylan Brooks. So I don't know.
Gosh, dude. I wish they had the exhibition scores on here.
It'd be nice, but I think we all know where this is going for gold, baby.
It was never going anywhere else.
It's coming home. It's coming home to the USA.
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 Gosh, dude. Yeah, but like we were just saying, if we lose this gold medal, the effect on LeBron's legacy is going to be insane.
Yeah.
First of all, but then even guys like KD, I mean, almost all of these guys
Yeah,
are all
they got
undefeated in the Olympics. So it's gonna like you ain't putting on like honestly, could LeBron even be like Kobe's? What Kobe was like 26-0 in Olympic play and FIBA play. Like how are you gonna? That's like a
Yeah.
big deal
It is a
for
big
when you
deal.
consider just basketball on a worldwide scale. So
Yeah.
that definitely tips legacy scales. I have no idea what Jordan's record is in FIBA and
Yeah, neither
Olympic
do I.
play, but I'm gonna assume it might be undefeated.
Yeah.
Back then, we were really the powerhouse, especially whenever he was playing. So I'm looking it up.
Considering that LeBron says he's not going to play in the 2028 Olympics, which is in LA, I don't know. I feel like he might just because it is in the USA. Because how are you not going to play for your country when the Olympics is here? And you're
That's
the
true.
biggest basketball player in the past, at that moment in time, the past 25 years, almost 30 years, you know? I feel like he'd have to. Same with Steph. Well, I don't know
They
about
might
Steph
be
and KD.
retired
Yeah,
by
they
then,
might be
though.
out, but some of these guys, you know, I feel like they just have to have a spot on the team. But yeah, conversations would have to be had if we don't get this gold. It would almost be a certainty up until about 2008 and
Sure.
2004, where it was like, oh, the USA is going to get gold. No one's even close.
Just to put in legacies here. So the all-time leader for best record with Team USA is Jason Kidd. He's
Okay.
46-0.
God.
And then Jordan's next. He's 30-0.
Okay.
And then Tyson Chandler, 27-0, and then Kobe, 26-0. So two of the guys that a lot of people put in the top 3 are undefeated in Olympic play. So that's a big deal when it comes to LeBron's legacy, I feel
Yeah.
like.
It is a big deal. But that'll wrap it up for our video today. We talked about the strengths and weaknesses of Team USA. If you think we're going to win all the way, comment USA down below. If you don't think that the USA is going to win, you're from a foreign country, let us know why.
Yes,
It could be
another
because of
country,
Joel
yeah.
Embiid and this infiltration plan that France has put
He's
out.
telling us. He's
Telling us for sure. But till next time, make sure to subscribe because I know you want to be a part of the Full Court Press family, baby. Till next time. Peace.